Hey y'all, what's up? Um, okay, so this is just an update on the last week of my life. It's been ridiculous, really. I posted the update about my ribs. That's healing up pretty good. I still can't breathe real deep, and I still can't bind, but for the most part, I'm okay now. And then I got that stomach virus, so I wasn't keeping my pain meds down, and I was heaving with no pain meds. It was just a mess. And then today is worse than all of it. I had the day off, and I'm finally feeling good, so I decided I was going to take Blake to the dog park. So we get there, and the usual pack is there. It's a pretty tight-knit group out there. We know all the dogs and all the owners, and it's a lot of fun. And so Blake and her normal little pack were playing, running around. And Blake is the more submissive one out there. She's the one laying down, you know, rolling over, which is fine. I like it that way. This new dog was there, and this new dog came up. I saw him off a ways from the pack that she was playing with, and I saw him coming towards him, and something just told me beat him there, and he took off running, and 4 legs run faster than 2. And before I know it, he is on top of Blake, and Blake is screaming, and I'm running as fast as I can, and I get all the other dogs off, and then it's just this dog. And it was stupid to put my hands in his mouth, but he wouldn't let go of Blake, so I stuck my hands in his mouth and pried his jaws open. And I got bit in the process of that. And then after I got him off Blake, I just laid down on top of her so that he couldn't get to her. It was this crazy, primal, protective, almost parental instinct. It was weird. Okay, sorry, she started to lick at her wounds. Anyway, so what was I saying? Oh, how I covered her up. So I get Blake to the car. I mean, she's bleeding, I'm bleeding. And I get her to the car, and I come back to talk to this lady, you know, because her dog bit my dog. It's her responsibility to pay for the bills, mine and Blake's. And I asked this lady first, I was like, look, I got bit, you know, did your dog have its shots? Do me and Blake need to get anything? And she just instantly gets all defensive and is like, you know, that's none of your business. I don't have to prove anything to you, blah, blah, blah. No, you can't lick that. Down. Good girl. Anyway, so I try and get this lady's information, and she just gets in her car and takes off. So I'm like, okay, fine. So I bring Blake home and clean her up to see how bad it is, and it looks like it's, you know, maybe an inch long, 1/4 inch wide, you know, nothing that won't heal on its own. But about 20 minutes later, something tells me I should go to the vet. So Blake and I go to the vet, and he looks at it and he's like, well, you know, let me shave the area and see what we're looking at. And so they shave it, and it is way worse than it looked. His tooth punctured all the way down under her skin, and oh, it's awful. So they were like, you know, we gotta stitch her up or staple her up, one of the two. And I was like, okay, you know, whatever. And, no, you can't look at that. So they're like, okay, well, we're gonna do that. And so I'm sitting in this room, and I hear her screaming, and it's just heartbreaking. And then they come in there, and they're like, hey, can you come back here? So I was like, okay. They had 5 people and couldn't hold my dog down. So they tell me to hold her back legs down, and I'm like, okay. So I hold her legs down, and they're shaving it, and she's screaming, and it was, like I said, it was just heartbreaking, but it was so weird because I couldn't cry. It was weird. I'm pretty sure that's because of the testosterone, but just weird. But anyway, so they're trying to shave her, and, you know, and they get 1 staple in, and she is screaming and jerking, and, you know, we're having a real hard time holding her down. And the strangest, most beautiful thing happened. You know, I said, why don't one of y'all hold her legs and let me up there by her head? And so I said, okay, that might be a good idea. And so when I got up there by her head, you know, they had her muzzled, which was really sad to see too. Because, I mean, she's not going to hurt anybody, but I understand that they have to. So anyway, I get up there by her head, and I've got my weight on her side, and as soon as I say, little girl, it's going to be okay, I'm here, she let out this absolute pitiful, defeated sigh, and just laid there. And after that, it only took 3 people to keep her still, and that was only right when they stapled it. It's so strange to think that a bond would be so strong that, I said, I told her I was here, and I asked her to lay still, and she, even though she knew it hurt like hell, that she would. That's some crazy trust. I mean, I know I had a good dog, but damn. So, yeah, that was that. And then, I got myself taken care of as far as my wounds go. But if you have a dog, please be responsible, Don't be a dick. Get your dog its shot. It's like having a kid, They have regular medical care that they need, and you have responsibilities when they do stupid things. It was just another incident of another human who shouldn't have a dog. But, yeah, that's my update. I got hurt, got sick. Little one, it took 7 staples to close her up. It was a nightmare. It was a mess. So, yeah, I guess that's all I've got for y'all. Bye.